Anyone wanted to ask my shoulder if we're ready to start?
Does it look like I'm reading off paper? Kind of, right?
Oh, lowered a bit?
Today, we've come together to have one last honoring of all these people whose lives were taken from them. These folks were all killed for the color of their skin, whether it be by racist police or other racial inequalities. While seeing all the 200 plus names is extremely tough to see, we know that this doesn't even scratch the surface of how many lives have been lost. The police kill over 1,000 per year, and with that being said, we must continue to acknowledge all those who have and unfortunately will be taken from us. And I would like to have a moment of silence for the 62 people police have killed in 2020 of October alone, 13 of which who can't be identified.
I will now take a moment to read the Farm Crew's anti-racist statement. After reading the book stamped by Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi, the youth crew learned the meaning of anti-racism and racism in America. We are more aware of injustices and we question the status quo. Many of us have found ourselves reviewing past experiences such as microaggressions, institutional racism, etc. Our curiosity continues to grow as we discover there is more to every story. Most of all, we've learned that our voices are important. We realize there are challenges that come with having knowledge and sharing our knowledge with people who might not agree. It is a struggle, especially when we see it is our own community reacting negatively. Some of us also struggle with being a person of color and relating with an American identity, when we think about the brutality our ancestors faced at the hands of our founders, knowing that those actions are at the root of present-day America. Given everything, it's not enough to just think that you are not a racist. You must actively be an anti-racist. Everyone can have a role in anti-racist work. Some places we have located ourselves in anti-racist work include being a listener, building relationships and trust, being a student or teacher, being leaders, protesting, amplifying voices, and accepting opportunity that puts us in a position to make change. Where do you see yourself in anti-racist work?
Morgan London Rankins, Andre Gladden, Terrell Johnson, Jordan Edwards, Michael Thompson, Atatiana Jefferson, Betty Jones, Julian Edward Roosevelt Lewis, Kiwi Herring, Pamela Shante Turner, Sandra Bland, Sandy Guardiola, Isaiah Lewis, and Griffiths Nenge.
Stephen Lawrence, Maya Hall, Ramarley Graham, Latasha Nicole Walton, Lieutenant Colonel Lamen Penn, Kendra James, Aries Clark, Malcolm X, Medra Evans, Lily Allen, Lamar Smith, Virgil Lamar Ware, Corporal Roman Duckworth, Jimmy Lee Jackson, and Antoine Rose Jr.
Riddell Jones, Che Taylor, Brandon Lovell Webster, Patrick K. Kimmons, Antoine Schumpert, Ahmad Aubrey, Ashari Roberts, Crystal Raglan, Benny Branch, Dalvin Hollins, Jeanette Wilson, Marquisha McMillan.
Jimmy Atchison, James DeHar Perez, Jamie Johnson, Mulgeta Sarah, Jonathan Hart, Victor White III, Darius Robinson, Laquan McDonald, Mantry Norris, Wendell Allen, Anosa Strickland, Hashim Jabiri Wilson, and Giovanni Joseph McDade.
Jessica Williams, Tyrell Fincher, Ronnie Lee Shorter, Nathaniel Harris Pickett, Abdullah Chiam, Ollie Brooks, Rayshard Brooks, Deravis Kane Rogers, Junior Prosper, George Floyd, Trayshawn Simon Miller, Kawan Ray, Rhea Milton, Alfred Olongo, Paul O'Neill, Marlon Lewis, Daniel Prude.
Abdirman Salad, Dante Redmond, Joshua Dariandre Ruffin, Keith Childress, Toussaint Diamond Sims, O'Neill Moore, Spencer McCain, Jonathan Sanders, Saeed Joaquin, Malik Williams, Dominique Fells, Corinne Gaines, Beloved Slater, Michael Dean, Ricky Javonta Ball, and Donnie Sanders.
Tamika Lachey Simpson, Tomsanka Nele, Trayvon Martin, Warless Jackson, Delano Middleton, Henry Smith, Reverend George Lee, Carrie Ann Hithen, Callan Rockmore, DeCynthia Clements, Hector Peterson, Maurice Gordon.
Justice Howard, Taquan Graves, Deborah Diner, Wally Brewster, Conise Hayes, Salman Malangu, Mac Charles Parkers, Lara Sweats, Samuel Young Jr., Erwin T. Pat, Parker, Come on. That's all of them.
Willie McCoy, Christian Taylor, Devon Bailey, Christopher Kalungi, Quintonio Legrier, Henry Hezekiah D., Kendrick McDade, Kwame Jones, Keaton Otis, Andre Green, Tony Robinson Jr., Charles Eddie Moore, and Tyree King.
Willie Edwards Jr., Fred Hampton, Cynthia Wesley, Harry T. Moore, Hakim Jamal, Harriet Moore, Addie Mae Collins, Denise McNear, Carol Robertson, James Shaney, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Emmett Till.
Khalif Browner, Aaron Campbell, Michael Brown Jr., Niger Salam, Tamir Rice, Jason Washington, Samuel Hammond Jr., Abram Akapori Tiro, Steve Bitko, and Vui Somini.
Geraldine Townsend, Mary Trujillo, Betty Jones, Lloyd Tony Stevenson, Cynthia Fields, Joyce Quawier, Janisha Fonville, Regis Korshinsky Paquette, Angel Viola DiCarlo, Joni Pilar Block, Cameron Bennett, Dominique Clayton, Matthew Burrows, Crystalline Barnes.
Alteria Woods, Brendan Glenn, LaShonda Anderson, Michelle Lee Shirley, Ashton Barnes, India Beatty, Yvette Henderson, Ben Chester White, Salah Ridgway, William Stokes, Keisha Michael, Chance Dunlap Gittins, Lawana Phillips, India Kager, Charlena Lyles, Alexia Christian, Megan Hockaday. Brianna Taylor.
Brianna Taylor.
Brianna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Brianna Taylor.
Brianna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor. Say their names.
That's it, Ian. Good job, everybody.
I'm about to take off my mask. I took off my mask like it was like.
I swear, I almost silently panicked when I was about to give it to Shelly.
He said that at the end. After
Yeah.